Okay, leg day today. The one leg day of the week that I'm doing at the minute. I know I usually do legs twice a week, but just until I'm fully healed up from the surgery, which I hate to break it to you guys, not that you probably really care, but I might have to go in for surgery again. I don't think that the surgeon did a good enough job the first time. I was a little bit questionable why he left part of the affected skin there. Like, he didn't cut all of it out. He cut the majority of it out, but he left kind of I suppose 1/4 of it there. And I was thinking maybe it just wasn't that damaged that it didn't warrant being cut out. But I mean, over the last 1 to 2 weeks since the surgery, I've been a little bit suspicious because it's been getting not worse, but just hasn't really been getting any better. And then yesterday, when my partner was cleaning it, too much information, but there was a little bit of pus that came out. So it's not a good sign. So I'm really hoping that I don't have to, but I mean, I'm going to watch it over the next few days, and if it doesn't improve, and if the pus is there again in a couple of days, then I'm going to have to go back to the hospital and get a second round of surgery, essentially. So that's a bit shit, but focusing on the positives, it's leg day. And like I said, not really doing a high frequency approach to leg training until I'm fully recovered. And if I do have to get second surgery, that'll be prolonged even more. But I'm still going to just keep on keeping on until then. And today it's the same volume as last week, but I'll just try to push it a little bit harder. So, I mean, last week, what was it? I'll pull the session up. So it started with calf press, did some adductor work, laying hamstring curls, leg press, leg extension, and GHR. So it'll be essentially that same stuff again, all over, but just slightly harder, a little bit more intense, closer to failure, or a little bit more weight, for example. So I'll be aiming for a rep PB or a weight PB from last week, not like an all-time rep PB and all-time weight PB. That'd be stupid of me. But yeah, just trying to up the ante a little bit from last session. And let's gradually do that until I'm back to 100%. So yeah, that's the plan of action. In terms of body weight, I woke up a little bit lighter today. So this is week 2 of the mini cut, 3 days in, and I woke up another 500 grams lighter today. So about a pound down from yesterday. So it's a decent overnight drop. Still on the same calories, still on about 4,000 calories a day, but I'm progressing at it, so it's all that's required. Yeah, I'll drink this energy drink and I'll basically get into it, but there's not really a great deal to touch on. It's just a case of getting in there, getting it done, and getting out and home and back into work. It's a little bit hotter today, so it's going to be a bit of a challenging session, I think, but yeah, what's leg day without a little bit of challenge? See you in there, guys. First exercise as usual, calf raises or horizontal calf press. It's a heavier day today, so I'm doing 265 pound and just aiming for like the 12 to 15 rep range, that kind of territory. So yeah, I don't really warm up on calves because when I walk to the gym, my calves get quite warm from that. So I figure walking for 10 to 15 minutes to the gym when you're like 120 kilo essentially, not right now, but obviously I was a few weeks ago, is more than enough kind of stress and load to kind of warm your calves up. If not, then you've probably got some issues. Might put the seat forward 1 notch. There we go. So yes, didn't even go forward then. There we go, that's what we want. So you can get that maximum stretch. So what you just saw me do there was basically lengthen partials. So in that stretched to neutral kind of range for the calf. And the reason I was doing that is Chris Beardsley recently released a new bit of information, some new findings on training calves and the reason why they specifically respond to stretch mediated hypertrophy. Because it's pretty well understood at this point now that loaded stretching plays a pretty major role in inducing muscle growth or muscle hypertrophy in all muscles across the entire body. But the reason why they cause that or elicit that kind of response seems to vary a little bit dependent on the muscle group. With calves, it seems to be predominantly induced by active stretching or active loaded stretching. So doing partials in that lengthened position, in that lengthened range, doing basically loaded dorsiflexion with a pause at the stretch or at the end of each rep, and then returning to neutral but not going into plantar flexion, seems to produce a better result or a better outcome for hypertrophy related goals. So that's what I'm doing here essentially. So I've got one more set of these and then it's on to adductors. The good girl machine, well, the good girl, bad girl machine, but I'm doing good girls on it. Adduction. In before I get called a misogynist for saying that adduction is what a good girl will do and abduction is what a bad girl will do, but I don't really care. So yeah, full stack, same as last week, but just aiming to potentially do a rep PB on one of the sets. I've got 3 sets. I got 20, 16, 15 last week, so if I can go 20, 16, 16, I'll be happy. I think that's what I'll shoot for. I don't want to try PB on the first 2 sets because I might jeopardize my chance of matching reps on the last few sets if I PB on the first one. So don't want to go backwards just because I get a little bit greedy on the first set. If I've got multiple sets on an exercise, I always try to PB the last set because I'm my most fatigued at that point, and there's no chance of it jeopardizing the other working sets of that exercise. So something worth taking into consideration. If you're going to try hit a rep PB, say last week you did 12, 10, 9 on an exercise, don't try go 13, 10, 9, because you'll probably go 13, 9, 8, because you'll build up that fatigue at the start of the exercise, and that'll carry through those remaining sets. So instead, match the reps on the first 2 sets if you've got 3 sets in total, and then aim for a PB on that third and final set. One rep PB, not too bad, on the hamstring curls. So I'm upping the ante a little bit, going a little bit heavier this week. Probably going to go into a lower rep range than usual, just because I'm not able to do my seated hamstring curls in the lower rep range like I was before surgery. And so just to expose the hammies to like a heavier load, I'm just going to do that. So yeah, plate number 12 instead of 10, and aiming for 12 to 15 reps. Yeah, so with hack squats, seeing as this is the first time me doing hack squats in a very long time, I'm keeping the weight conservative, 2 plates per side. And even so, like, this is a pretty appropriate working weight for me. A lot of people go way heavier than they need to on leg press and hack squats. And they fail to understand that bodybuilding is bodybuilding. It's not strength building or ego lifting. And more often than not, people get the two entangled and confused. Like, you can create a lot of mechanical tension with a little bit less weight, as opposed to using a heavier load and just incorporating more momentum into the movement to just get the weight from point A to point B. Like, there's more that goes into training for muscle growth than just simply slapping some weight on and going from start to finish on repeat. Like, yeah, sure, range of motion is important, but in order to maximize mechanical tension, you need to be controlling that movement, I think. And you can generate a lot of mechanical tension out of less weight, subject your joints to less stress over time, and therefore you'll just stay in better nick, in my opinion, stay in better health. You won't mess up your joints as much. And if longevity is the aim of the game, which it should be if you're wanting to be a bodybuilder, because muscle growth is incredibly slow, you want to be thinking about and keeping your joints' best interest in mind. Don't just slap a bunch of weight on just because you know you can move it if you drop like an absolute cannonball in the bottom of the squat. It doesn't matter. It's not going to help you build any more muscle. And if you were to just approach failure with a lighter load while controlling it more. So, yeah. One more to go. Alright, need to listen to some music for this one. Definitely feeling the heat, so I need to get in the zone. Same weight as last week, 2 sets of 12 to 15 for leg extensions. And with these I focus more on the peak contractions at the top of the movement, because you don't really get a full stretch on leg extensions the majority of the time, even if they do go down quite a bit in terms of like range of motion or back quite a bit. So I prefer to just really focus on getting a good contraction and isolating the quads most at lockout. I also put the seat back a little bit further than what's conventionally done, and that helps me get more hip extension, like I've said in previous videos, and recruit more rec fem in the leg extension. Because rec fem doesn't get a lot of TLC in leg isolation movements, so to just load that up a little bit more that you otherwise would in, say, squatting patterns and stuff, you can just do this. It's a nice little hack. Looks like it's starting to get a little bit overcast outside, which is nice. It's a bit of a rarity here in Thailand. Usually don't get kind of overcast weather. It's either pouring down rain or it's sunny. Both instances very hot. And it's pouring down rain due to the humidity, and it's very sunny just due to the heat and the lingering humidity. But looks like there's a bit of cloud coverage outside and it's not raining, so if that holds up, it'll be a nice walk home, that's for sure. Okay, quads all done. The entire 4 direct sets of quad work that I do a week. That's enough to maintain and slowly progress, in my opinion, though. Time to do the chair trials to finish off. Then it is home time. I'm going to do a 3rd set. Slowly start titrating the volume up now for quads. Three sets of these bad boys, and then it is off home. These are always hard.
God.
All done. See you next time.